You know what time it is, big tournament around the corner, that means new kits to grade, and I have come fully prepared with my best look. So it's kind of crazy, the last time I did a Euro kit review video, it was all the way back in 2021, so it's been 3 years ago now. Back then, I had a setup of a paper towel roll and a GoPro. It's only changed just like a little bit. But yeah, basically how this will work is I look at every single national team's kit from this tournament and I grade it on an A to F scale. So without further ado, let's get into it. So with Germany, I've already seen their shirts. It was kind of hard not to see them even for the raw reaction, especially after the 44 incident. But I really love the German flag colors being incorporated into this shirt. It kind of reminds me of 1994's design, but a little more modernized, has that grading effect to it, and I think it still has that similar pattern to what you saw in 94 with the diamonds. I really like this home shirt. In fact, the long sleeve version looks even cooler. Also, it appears with the new Adidas shirts, we're getting that kind of 2006 feel, as you can see from the weird little curvy spikes on the side of the shirt. So we go from pretty damn good to what the hell is this? I always encourage ambition. This kind of ambition is way too much. So next we have another Adidas team in Scotland. I don't know, man, this just looks like all those like contemporary art styles put onto one shirt, and I'm supposed to envision or try and understand what the artist is trying to do here. Basically, it just makes no sense. Like, I don't know, if you look back at past Scotland shirts, no, not that one, you can see that there's just more identity being applied to them. I felt like we were on a good bit of progress there, with the plaid being incorporated into the cuffs, or even just the whole shirt itself. I mean, surely the away shirt won't look as bad, right? Right? Oh dear God. Hungry, please save me. Hungry, please save me. If you can hear me, please save me. Oh. Too many badges and logos happening, and why does it look like they're so big on the shirt? Hungary are going into this tournament wearing a shirt that makes them look like they're still on a decline. Alright, how about that away shirt? It's just... I'm sorry, but what is Switzerland had some really nice shirts from the last Euros, especially the away shirt, but then they changed it in 2021 to this abomination. Still very angry about that. Hopefully things have changed since. So I wasn't really happy with how I did Switzerland, so I'm just gonna redo it. Switzerland's home shirt is pretty standard. I'd say every year they just kind of change up the elements on the front of the shirt. This time around they have some unique looking pinstripes. I read that the design is inspired by Swiss clothing, but I'm gonna need them to be a little more specific there. Also, kind of an interesting touch with the dark red near the bottom of the shirt. You can't really see much from the front, but it's especially visible on the back, and if you include the shorts of that, it's a very interesting design, I can't lie. Then we have the away shirt, which doesn't really look that interesting at first glance, but the inspiration is pretty cool because this is based on the highest train station in Europe, which is located in Switzerland. That said though, the execution of the inspiration, I don't know. Spain just going with the red and yellow this time, no dark blue. A shame, because I always think when they add dark blue to one of their home shirts, or even their away shirts, usually is a banger. I do like the brushstroke base that they have on the front of the shirts, adds a little bit of texture. But that said, you know, it does feel like it's missing something. Is this gonna be another 2018 World Cup shirt review? Because it really does feel like that. I'm really trying here with these shirts. But listen, man, if I'm being given shit like this, I'm sorry, but like, what am I supposed to say? This makes no sense because Adidas for the Women's World Cup had this for Spain's away shirt. Alright, so let's now address the elephant in the room. Croatia's home shirt. Listen, I understand the checkered pattern is kind of difficult to innovate every single season. I understand that struggle of having to figure out a new design every single season. But Nike, again, with an absolute banger here, let me tell you. They just decided to like zoom into the checkered pattern like 200%. I am speechless. I don't know what to say. This is horrifying. And sometimes, you know, when you see a player wearing the shirts in person, you can get a better impression of the shirt's look. It still looks awful. Croatia, you know, like sometimes you can throw it back a little bit. A little hauntology in that. Wasn't it like 1996 you had this beauty? Can't you just bring that back instead of Maybe the away shirt redeems the home shirt. See, living in North Carolina, you got a lot of racing merchandise at your local Walmarts and stuff, and this looks like one of those things that I'd find in like the clearance aisle. I don't know why, but for some reason this screams BMW as well. So Italy changed to Adidas back last year. Their first home shirt, pretty decent. This one, it's okay. I like the stripes, the Adidas stripes having the Italian colors. That's pretty cool. Love it when Italy incorporates their flag's colors onto a shirt. Outside of that though, there's not much really happening here. Italy's away shirt is very interesting as well. Definitely has the Italian flag's colors being incorporated in it. It looks really tacky. Adidas, Nike, they've been disappointing us, but surely Albania's shirt maker, I don't know what it is, can't disappoint us, right? Ooh, now now we're talking. This is just what I love about football shirts with collars. You have the very basic black collar, little bit of red trim on the collar as well. Love that touch. You have the complete and actually complete black cuffs on the sleeves. You love to see it. And then on top of all of this, you just have this very abstract double-headed eagle from Albania's flag. Adds so much texture. It looks beautiful. I love this shirt. Now, the away shirt, on the other hand, it's definitely a bit of a downgrade for me. Yes, I know it's the white shirt theory again, but I'm sorry, it just doesn't look as good. But at least on this one, you can actually see the double-headed eagle just a little bit better. Okay, so Slovenia's home shirt for 2024-25. So Slovenia make it to an international tournament for the first time since what? 2010, and they don't even have their iconic mountain across the entire shirt. It's just this very, very tiny icon. Oh, but hold on, Maxwell. There's also the mountain design on this weird looking stripe going up. Why couldn't we just get something like this, you know, when they weren't qualifying for tournaments? Why do we always have to make things worse when it comes to a tournament? How does that even work? But what about the away shirt? It's just the same thing, except there's that shitty little Nike template, even more visible. Incredible. Unbelievable. Bold. Creative. Innovative. I like to be positive. I want to be positive. I can't be positive when you're giving me shit like this, when I know you can do better. It's like, why are we even here in the first place? Why is human life existing if we're literally devolving in creativity with every tournament? Okay, you know what? It's just Nike, okay? I need to calm down and just remember, expectations have to be extremely low, like to the ground, to the inner core when it comes to Nike. And I guess perhaps Adidas now. Denmark next. We have the Tetris shirt. I feel like at this point we're just running out of ideas. But that said, it is still a relatively clean shirt. I like the collar with the 3 rings with the white, red, and white. And then the same thing with the cuffs. I mean, Denmark doesn't ever really have to do too much to make a nice looking shirt. It's nothing special, spectacular out there, but it's solid. Denmark's away shirt. For this one, the collar pretty much saves the whole shirt. If the away shirt had the same color as the home shirt, easy F. But for some reason, with the whole basic white we have here, the collar really stands out, and I actually really like that. I would have loved if they had the rings on the cuffs as well, but you can't really have everything in life. Serbia home, they have Puma. It can't get worse than 2022, right? I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. Maybe I'm tripping, okay, but this looks very similar to Spain's home shirt. Serbia's away kit at least has a little inspiration to it. I know it's white, I'm probably not going to grade it that high, but at least there's something to talk about here. Apparently the blue and red design on the cuffs is based off of the landscape of Dovoljevaroš, which is Devil's Town in English, which is basically in southern Serbia. Aside from the rare creativity from Puma on the cuffs, it is very much like a basic white shirt, but if you look closer at just the front of the shirt, I do like the badge on the front with the little gold trim kind of bordering around the main badge. This is either me talking out of my ass or me just lowering my expectations significantly. I don't know. Next up, we have... Give me a second. So where were we? Oh yeah, England home shirts. For once, I think Nike actually cooked here. They've brought back that thick dark blue color that just gives you the nostalgia of England back in the 90s and even early 2000s. And you have these touches of red and blue on the cuffs there. It's a really clean design, and if I didn't say this already, it's probably my favorite England shirt in the last like 10 years. England's away shirt, on the other hand, I don't know what to really think about the very, very complicated design on the side of the shirts. I feel like if you saw more of that on the front, or even incorporated on the collar, or just somewhere else besides just the side where you barely even see it, maybe I'd give it a better grade, maybe I'd get a better idea of if I like the design or not, but I don't know. It's just, in general, outside of just the weird design, there's nothing else going for it. We're on to Group D now, the Group of Death, and we'll start with Poland's home shirts. What did I honestly expect? Poland's away shirts. Are we sure that's not like a training kit? Netherlands, what do you have for me? I actually have no idea what the Netherlands have. Actually, now I remember. And now I remember how dull it is. Netherlands away shirts. So back in the day, right, if you bought a Disney movie on DVD, there would be, before the movie itself, a bunch of these advertisements for trailers of other movies that you could buy on DVD and all that kind of stuff. Or like coming soon to DVD. And before these trailers would play, this screen would pop up, a coming soon screen. When I see this Dutch shirt, that's all it reminds me of. I feel like if I was younger, I would like this more, but now I'm just not digging it, man. Austria home shirt. Okay. Interesting. Tell me what the inspiration is here. Footy headlines, cook footy headlines. Austria's home shirt, according to footy headlines, symbolizes the architecture that blends tradition and modernity in Austria. Can I get a better explanation as to what the hell that means? Okay, I found a better explanation here. The design is based off of the Jugendstil architectural design, an artistic movement that came to prominence towards the end of the 19th century. Outside of the pattern, you have a pretty basic red shirt with white rings for the cuffs and the collars. Simplicity aside, the shirt does come together nicely with that pattern. Austria's away shirts. Apparently the pattern, according to footy headlines, symbolizes the wings of an eagle, demonstrating strength and celebrating Austria's call to adventure. Do I really see a bird in this? I guess the wings. But it's still not that impressive. So on to France's home shirts. I've already seen this, and every single time I keep seeing it, it just grows on me more. I love this shirt. You have this beautiful shade of blue that France used to wear way back in like the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. The collar also presents some French colors, really brings out the white and red with this shade of blue. And then with all of that, you have the colored version of France's Federation logo on the shirt, and it just pops out so beautifully. And I know it's just grading the shirts, but you can't ignore how this looks on the pitch just entirely, like the whole kit itself. The blue, the white, the red, it's just so classic, beautiful, bellissimo. France's away shirt kind of giving you, I don't know, like baseball vibes here with the pinstripes and a white shirt, and as you can see, the pinstripes are blue on one side, red on the other. I'm not really a big fan of that. I will say though, once again, that colored badge really stands out, so for that reason, I won't give it an F. Belgium's home kit. Now, I feel like I remember seeing this way back a few months ago. Damn, I can't even lie. This is kind of nice. I love that shade of maroon. Got this pattern of infinite cubes with a little Belgian crown in some of them. Then you have the black trim that honestly transforms this kind of dark look and allows the gold on the bottom there, as you can see, to kind of shine out more. Honestly, this is really up there with the best. I love this shirt. Belgium is carrying when it comes to the creativity department because their away shirt is inspired by Tintin. You literally have the blue shirt, the brown shorts, and the white socks, and it somehow works. Judging the shirt itself, it's nothing spectacular, but I still kind of like it. Oh dear, what the hell is that? Slovakia. Is that lighting? Or is that the shirt itself? I actually cannot tell. Oh no, that was lighting. Oh no. It's just a plain white shirt. Okay, maybe the away shirt is a little bit better. Slovakia has had some banger away shirts in the past. Just look at the last Euros. Oh, I'm so sorry, Slovakia. I don't think Romania has a kit maker like Adidas or Nike. So, Even though the shirt doesn't really look that great, I'll give Romania some credit. Not much, because you can barely even see it, and it really just kind of looks like a mess. They do have a little bit of a traditional design on the sides, but yeah, it's not great. All right, what about Romania's away shirt? Albania. Please save me, Albania. If you can hear me, Albania, please save me. Next up, we have Ukraine. Whatever happened to, like, I don't know, 2012-13 or pissing off the Russians during Euro 2020. Whatever happened to that? Ukraine away. Let's just go into the next group. So Group F, we start with Turkey, and that's it. Listen, I know Turkey doesn't really do too much with their kids, but that's it? Like, you couldn't even change the collar colors or anything? Why is the Nike logo in the f***ing middle of the shirt? It's not even at the chest level. It's closer to the f***ing belly button. Alright, just, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Things will be okay. What about that away shirt? I can't do this anymore, man. There's a reason why I don't grade kids very often. You telling me I gotta say words for this? At this point, man, this shirt actually is better than half the shit I've seen. There's nothing going on. Nothing. It is entirely just a red shirt. And people have to pay $90 for this shit? Get the f*** out of my face, man. Okay. It's fine. We're going to see at least one banger in this group. I guarantee it. Okay, Georgia. It's not bad. I actually kind of dig it. Or maybe it's just because I've seen so much ass in the past, 10 minutes. Georgia's home shirt kind of looks like an old 2016 Puma shirt, and then you also have a vertical red stripe going down the center of the shirt. There's also some crosses. They're less visible, but they do add a nice little touch of identity there. Okay, so one more mistake. I graded the wrong Georgia shirt. I graded the red one thinking it was the away, but actually it is this one, which I am very pleased to say is the away shirt because I actually quite like this design. I quite like it when teams go for this all black look and have something that stands out, almost like it feels like a light shining through. College football teams do this all the time with their alternative jerseys, and I love them. Now, I know Portugal's have improved since 2022, but just how much have they improved? I guess, in all fairness, it did upgrade from the old shirt. Those expectations were literally at rock bottom. Is this real? Finally, we have culture. We finally put identity and culture on a shirt, and it wasn't half-assed. I can't believe it, we finally did it. The pattern on this shirt, which is actually all over the shirt, you'll love to see it finally. The style of the pattern is called azulejo, and it is typically on Portuguese tiles, which can symbolize things like mythological scenes, battles, religious imagery, or anything of that nature. It's about goddamn time, man. Finally, I get to say that I actually really like a shirt. You know, outside of the pattern itself, it's very basic with the dark blue rings for the collar and the cuffs, but it doesn't have to do much because it already has such a beautiful looking base on the shirt. I'm sure it'll look even better in person. Last team. We gotta finish strong. Czechia. Do not disappoint me. Okay, alright, you know what? Fair enough. I'll take it. It's nothing as special as the Portugal design, but I f*** with it. It reminds me of when shirts would literally just slap their entire football federation's logo in large onto the shirts, and somehow it would work. I wouldn't say this particular shirt is as good as those, but I do like how the shirt has its own charm, really. If you zoom into the shirt itself, you can see all the logos are actually overlapping one another. I don't think it's a fantastic shirt by any regards, but I would definitely say it's above average. Okay, Czechia's away shirt. I'm scared. I'm honestly very scared. I have 3 canker sores in my mouth right now. My mouth is hurting so much recording this. And yet somehow, when I see a white shirt on my phone, it's somehow more painful. You know, I really thought, just for 1 second, you know, that we were past the World Cup. We were past that period. We would come back, a new renaissance, perhaps, of new, beautiful-looking shirts. We would leave in the past those horrific, disgusting Puma away shirts and whatever garbage Nike released, and we'd be given something more, I don't know, human. I can't believe I'm sitting here 3 years later, repeating the same goddamn thing, and it's like we've actually gone backwards. Worse than the World Cup. That was worse than the World Cup. A football shirt should give you an idea, especially for a national team, of what that national team identifies as, what it celebrates, what its culture is. But no, we get Slovakia with a white shirt. What is that supposed to mean? Now people of the world are going to see Slovakia's shirt and think, damn, I guess Slovakia is just the most boring country in the world. And I'm sure it's definitely not that exciting. But I'm sure it's a little bit more than just a white shirt. Let me show you some damn fucking good shirts, okay? Look at this. Look at this shit. You know what this is? You know what fucking badge that is? That's Micronesia. Micronesia! And if you put this shit in the top 5 Euros kits of this year, this would be like 2nd or 3rd. Let me show you another fucking shirt, okay? Look at this. Look at this. This is the Marshall Islands. Oceania. Like, I get it, okay? It's countries like Slovakia, Slovenia. Like, oh, people aren't really gonna care that much. But for f***'s sakes, man, it's the Euros. It's an international tournament. Isn't that where you're supposed to make more money? Isn't that where you're supposed to think, maybe we should actually make good-looking shirts. That way, people will actually buy them. Sure, people may not care that much about Slovakia or Slovenia out of those countries, but if you showed a nice little design from their shirts, oh, what do you know? Extra profit. I should be a fucking businessman for these companies. I'm actually genuinely pissed off from all the shit that I've seen. World Cup 2022 was like, okay, yeah, I expected it because I saw most of it. This, I was actually expecting something. I got nothing. I got fucking nothing. Ow. Anyways, though, hope you liked the video. What is your favorite shirt? Favorite Euro shirt? You know what? Not even just Euro 2024. Just Euro shirt in general. Let's have some positivity in the comments, shall we? Anyways, though. Massive shout out to all our patrons, including Janos Barash, Brazilian Fury, Anazir Makalankam, Alex Rod, Ulta, Gwen Yung, Hysteria, Miguel Munoz, Return Fire, Rory Burns, Slider Kit, Snifrix, Taco Okafan, Tana Premilia Yeselin Khan, The Cypriot 35, Tomacus, Victor, Not Windows 95 Man, Kentra Agacha, Big Boris, The Baby Eater the Second, Kerbo, Unkwell, St. Terrence, Sylvia Citrus, Ryan Jans, Chris Visconti, Dominic Griffin, Joe Paricio, Kyler Krebs, Lucian von Croix, Mohamed Altanib, Nish, Patrick Barley, Rashford God 5, Raspberry Ale, Rowan Cookie, Sylvia Citrus, subscribe to Tendetem, and Unbroken Persona. If you'd like to join the new Fourth Wall, there will be a link in the description and annotation above. You can follow me on Twitter if you want, follow my Instagram if you like, follow my Twitch. I'll try and do some watch-alongs, just based on if the canker sores will go away. But anyways, until then, I'll see you guys.